Strands because I'm loving this game. This was completely out of left field for me. Wasn't super on my radar. I saw all the trailers as they were hyping it up. It didn't seem like something that was going to captivate me. And I have really, really been enjoying my time with Eternal Strands. First of all, the look of the game, it's got this kind of Saturday morning cartoon style to it. The cutscenes are hand animated, or I don't know if they were actually hands, but they look like old cell animation from Saturday morning cartoons. And then the world itself has this kind of painterly, beautiful look. Actually reminds me of Wayfinder that we were just talking about the last couple of weeks. That similar aesthetic where it's very bright, colorful, painterly. I think the game's gorgeous. I like being in the world. I like there's got a lot of anthropomorphized animal characters. I like the 2D. When you're talking to your team, it's got these really wonderful drawings, these 2D drawings of their portraits. I just love being in the world. And the whole hook of this game is, yes, you've got swords and shields. Yes, you've got bows and arrows. Yes, you've got traditional weapons. But primarily, the thrust of what you can do is you have magical powers that are all physics-based, that interact with each other in really interesting ways, and that you can combo. You can levitate things and throw them. You've got fire and ice. More to come, I'm sure. I have not unlocked the whole game. I'm pretty early on still. But
yeah, there's a pretty big wheel you see even in the demo when you go to change it, and it's like, I have things that are like here and here, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely gonna fill in as the game goes on. Yeah,
I think they've shown stuff in some of the trailers of the higher level magical abilities you get, but there's lots of crafting in the game as well, and it's just a really fun physics sandbox of grab this thing. There's an enemy standing on a bridge. I'll just lift the bridge up and throw it at them or with them. Picking up boulders and rocks and trees and casting them around, setting fire to things, comboing ice melting so that they are ice blocking is what I meant to say. Ice blocking them so they can't move, and then running up and slashing them with my sword. Coming up with really fun combos. And also your power increases in the game, so you'll be able to lift larger things and do more stuff. I really like how this game feels. It's cool that they kind of underpower the traditional combat stuff, even though hacking and slashing and bow and arrows is still fun in the game, I think. What really is the power level that you've got is your magic, and it's so fun comboing those things. And I always feel like I'm improvising in fights of, I'll just use this and do that, and now I have this cool idea, and it all works. It's fun just tossing people off of cliffs and stuff like that. Really fun. I'm curious if you're as high on this game as I am.
I love that you're loving it. As I was playing it, I was like, ooh, I think this game might really connect with Jeff. It is also coming to certain tiers of Game Pass when it comes out. So if it also wasn't on your radar and is now, it's this month, soon, a couple days, I think, the full release or the public release for Eternal Strands. And it's doing a lot of Breath of the Wild, modern Zelda-like, where not only can you freeze an enemy, but also, whoopsie, that enemy was in a lake and you froze them, and now that lake is freezing you, and you're taking damage because the green grass grows all around and around. It's like very much that like style of
fire spreads. It definitely. You're right to point out it is very much inspired by Breath. You can also have a little stamina bar. You can climb any surface. So you've got that level of kind of world traversal that was popularized in Breath of the Wild as well.
There's a fire on an enemy who touches a tree, who falls on a field of grass, who comes up to another enemy that comes to you, and you're just like, oh no, this is chaos I did not mean to bring. Right. I love all of that. I also love the visual style, as you mentioned. It is gorgeous. It very much reminds me of Wayfinder, and also kind of what if WoW, but today kind of graphical approach. In motion, it looks better than I think it does in screenshots. There's really cool like the dust plumes seem animated, you know?
Yeah.
So there's like stuff like that is a different style, but it's still cohesive. It's
like
intentional.
Wile E. Coyote dust plumes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I really like. Our opinions differ some on, I think the cartoon animated stuff feels not quite there for me. I think the game is so beautiful. I wish they kind of just kept me in engine, because I really love how the characters look in the game, and I don't like being taken out of that as much. And I really hope this game connects with a lot of people, and I hope that there is a lot of experimentation that happens and fun social clips of people pulling off these zany physics-based, magic-based things. For me, I feel like it's missing a certain level of polish, unfortunately. Like nothing about the combat fully clicked, and using the powers. It felt like I can't wait for their next game, is how I feel about Eternal Strands right now. I love the swing. I love the graphics. I love the world. And I hope they iterate on it. I hope we get Assassin's Creed 2. And from what I've played, I think I played like an hour of the demo. It's not quite there yet, in my opinion.
Well, I'm having a blast with it. I think I'm going to be playing a lot more of this game. And I'll probably talk about it more in future weeks. It's Eternal Strands, and it's I think it's just coming out right about now.